Okay, second half here. We're going to have a Peter Beaver dahl. I heard him read first in Naked City. It's from the North Shore, and I think he's writes some of the best verse around here. And I'd like to see you, Peter, in about 10 years, see what you're putting out then, too. Come on up, Peter.
I have to use a chair because my knees are allergic to poetry. This poem may be out of context. I got into an argument with somebody the other day about why I read poetry out loud. He thinks that it's egotistical and goes against what poetry really is. And I didn't really know what to say at the time, and I went home and I wrote this. It's called Waltz on Words. I have locked it away. It belongs with the trees. It belongs in the woods, lost in the noise of bird chatter and under leaves, under moss. I have trusted it without me to bring letters together, to make words sparkle and froth. They need me now, they call. And when asked why, I lost to the hole in my stomach, lost to the language of music, lost to the fire of song. My dance is only in fingers, skipping across the QWERTY plains, jumping into the mirage of sentence, verse, rhythm, and nouns. I forgot to tell him that I am afraid, forgot to say that this is all I have, all I know, all I need to say. Don't dance with me then, find your own waltz, friend. Last Tuesday night, I went to the New Writers Collective for the first time, and I met somebody there. I don't even know his name, and he just struck me, and I wrote a poem about him. It's called Tuesday Night. He is as gentle as his eyes in albino's blue, the color the sky should be. When the city sky turns angry, he takes refuge in houses built by the city's guilt. He met her at a poetry reading, some hollow room where egos divide and conquer the sacred art. They spent the night together, smoking under the willow, watching the sky by the river. His mouth sits closed. His lunar face resents the beauty of his eyes. His pen makes lightning on photocopied dreams. He loves poetry. He calls himself a writer. He is in love with a woman who can make him smile. If anybody knows the guy I'm talking about, it's on his name. What? Yeah. Oh, is that it? It's called Jukebox. It's the only poem that I sing, kind of. I tried this once before, it's kind of. Got my tweed pressed, got my best vest, and feathered ladies spill vodka. The bartender says, excuse me, all's I needs now is the goil. Toast to Charlie, he's my brother. God, yous look just like my brother. And this here man I'm with drinks all day. Got my striped tie, got my hopes high. I just have a few. And the gasoline man toasts the socks. He never bets anymore. It's only to get out of the house. I got the time and the place and the rhythm. Sunken eyes dream of lost companions, their sunshine spilling into the gutter. All's I need's the goil to go with them. Did anyone see that pitch? Did anyone see my life? If she just appear, we'd take this big town for a woman. Two lovers hate each other under the carbon lights. He stares at her breasts, she stares at the void. And if she'd say, honey, I love ya, a one-town round buyer drops his quarter. He ran out of cigarettes an hour ago. I'd throw away my striped tie and my best pressed tweed. All the bars close at 2, all the bars close at 2, 'cause all's I really need Is it good, Jordan? I'm going to read one more, and then I'm going to read a long piece, and then if I have time, I'll read another. It's called Still a Little Strung Out. Still a little strung out from today, kicking out promises and fear like so many pebbles on the road. Nothing grows like leaves, how something so apart can be so together. Tired of folk music and cover songs, tired of wet handshakes, tired of so many not so close friends, tired of neo-psychedelic paisley junkie garment district hairdo policy, kick out the jam, deadhead piece for dolphins, save the earth blues. Tired of MTV, collar on the phone, blowjob mask in silver technicolor, fuck you later, made up shakedown, Donahue Dianetics, watch how I make money, feed the poor, and look good, 2 smiles. Tired of no punk, semi-underground, fashion slate, vampire love song, skinhead racist, anti this, every mother's son, hope for some kind of change. Tired of rag, drag queen, live for today, and pinch the waitress in the diner, no grease, closed at midnight, pinball, digital, cut the bread, and save the crust, truck stop, radio light. Tired of lies, closed eyes, and bush. Tired of pro-con protest, no test meeting. Tired of 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tired of being broke. Still a little strung out from today. This is the only, what I consider to be political poem I've ever written. It's called An Attempt at a Political Poem. A friend of mine wrote a song, and he calls it what we're doing here, a great wave of change. You know, the music and poetry and supporting each other, and this is sort of my thing to him. We speak of this wave, this blasting ocean, soon to fill the hearts of young and old, as if everyone can hear it. But the voices of heated cannons and desperate catcalls fill the space, fill the silence, yet we continue to speak and laugh, watching our tears bounce off our weapons, made for music and words. The weapons not of peace or war, but a new seed, one that sits patiently in the soft, molded earth. It is the seed of our hearts, our kingdoms in holy blood, that will rule not with love or hate. These things are other. It will rule with a joy and a suffering that will call upon God, that will charge his angels to fight with guitars and pens, to write a kingdom of truth, the truth that we hear between shellfire and protests. Peace is too simple, war is too simplified. Our wave will fill the mouths of babes, pour from our eyes, and we are willing to pay this price. For it is the true glory, the true love, not the love of dolphins and trees, not the hate of kings and bullets, but the singing and dancing, riding the crest to heaven, and building a kingdom of trust and freedom. This is called April Without Leaves.